All right.
Hello.
Oh, I'm jumping right on Acer.
Oh my.
He's all the way in the other room, but I still got him.
That's why we have the explicit tag, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's shown up in chat that we're no longer hosting. Unfortunately, I have an ad for Carnival Row, it looks like.
Our apologies.
I see us and I can hear us.
Okay. All right.
Yep,
Hello?
I can hear us also, so I'm muting the stream.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Gold Wings Black Skies. We are playing Tachyon Squadron once again. This is Acer, your GM, and around the table we have Megan.
Hey everyone, this is Megan. I'm playing Commander Micah Drexler, a proven leader with too much to lose.
Rob.
Hi, I'm Rob. I'm playing Lucette Zombie Forester, a hard-drinking ex-mercenary.
John. John.
Oh, John is muted, it looks like.
I was muted and my unmute button did not want to work.
Oh.
Hi, I'm John and I'm playing Mahao Mahae.
And Mike.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and I'll be playing Barry Catfish Namazuko.
So, last time your squadron was involved in a... Well, it's not really a covert raid. It was a very overt raid. A commando strike on a research facility / staging area. Basically, let's just call it what it was. A launching point for a test of a new Dominion stealth strike vessel. You managed to make off with 2 of these vessels, and that was about the extent of your success, because the converted freighter that you had been using to infiltrate Dominion border systems, and that was functioning as a sort of a poor man's aircraft carrier, was isolated and destroyed by Dominion forces that responded a little faster than anyone expected.
Yeah, almost like they were waiting for us or something.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, luckily for you and the Marines that survived the raid, the 2 stealth ships that you captured were jump capable. And so you were able to escape back to the Draconis system, while Commander Mariyama and the crew of the Armstrong, as well as all of the other vessels assigned to its fighter wing, did what they could to prevent pursuit. It was a very somber flight back.
We're all feeling real good about it. There's spirits are high. It was we had the mission accomplished banner.
Oh no.
Yes, there was quite a bit of celebratory liquor brought along for the trip. It is consumed, but somewhat more stoically than I believe anyone was planning.
I thought you were going to say it was on fire in space because the ship it was on has been exploded.
No, they brought the liquor.
There was rumblings at first of, we'll drink half of this liquor now, and then we'll drink the other half on the way back to celebrate a successful run.
These Marines came prepared.
And people are staring at this half bottle going like, if we drink this, are we cursed? If we don't drink it, are we extra cursed?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
So somber jiggers and pint glasses and whatever other vessel that we have available on this jump ship is passed around.
You made it into the Draconis system without much fuss. You were able to contact the local picket and receive an escort into Draconis Station.
I feel like we are forgetting one point from the last episode, which is Mai Tai is no longer under a solemn oath to murder a bunch of people.
I'm sure there's a new oath to murder a bunch more people now, though.
Yeah, it basically means he doesn't have to now.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, but I didn't want to cut anyone off.
So it's going to be a couple of very long days before you are back to Draconis Station.
Well, I know for me, I will have been able to partake from alcohol once more now that I've completed my vengeance. I will be folding up said sash soaked with my enemy's blood to present to my moms. There is a certain ceremony, of course, but having completed it, I can drink before then.
Your ships are given landing clearance at the very far end of Draconis Station in one of the docking bays reserved for military use. It is a supply dock which has been entirely cleared of personnel. As soon as you settle to the deck, the airlock opens and a squad of Marines moves out to cover your ships.
All right, I'm gonna grab my stuff, including the piece of the guidance system that Lydia had built for me, and disembark.
Would we know this is unusual?
Well, this is entirely expected. You are flying aboard two captured Dominion strike craft that no one's ever seen before. So you probably feel a little put out by the fact that they meet you with weapons up and ready, but this could be a Trojan horse.
Yeah. Barry will have disconnected the magnetic horns that have been implanted in his brow, and just has them loose in one of his front flight pockets, and will have the documentation of who he is and all the changes for his photo ID that will be required until if he gets his face reverted to back the way it was.
Lucette takes off her hat.
Assuming after seeing us and should be recognizing us, I will be saying, what's the meaning of this?
Just standard procedure, sir.
I mean,
Is someone in charge here that I can see?
The captain is waiting in the corridor. But first, if you would please face the wall and put your hands out.
I look look at Hydra.
Is this standard?
Yeah.
All right. I will hold out my white cane for one of them to take from me. For one of the Marines, not for someone on my crew.
One of them will take it.
And I will do as asked.
They will run scanners over you. Micah, the piece of the console you took sets off one of the alarms. I'm going to give you a fate point. Commander, I'm sorry, we're going to have to confiscate this.
Why?
We need to check it out, make sure it isn't malicious.
It's not malicious. It's
Roll.
from my ship.
Roll discipline.
Oh dear. I think I'm okay at this. Uh, 5.
Wow. You are absolutely stone cold. How do you want to handle this?
I don't want to give it over to them. I'll argue with them about it.
You want to use provoke or rapport?
Well, by my skills, I would prefer to use rapport, but I don't know if Micah's in a,
Very friendly mood.
yeah, she's irritated by this.
All right. Then I suppose that means provoke it is.
All right.
They rolled a 4.
I rolled a 0.
Fate points?
I
mean, you got a free one.
Yeah, it's just I don't know how much it's going to help me because I rolled a -1. I only have a +1 in provoke.
Well, you can use it for rerolls also, or the +2.
Well, I'm not sure reroll's going to help me because statistically I'm going to get around a -1.
You need to roll +4 to even break even here.
It's clear that you guys haven't been playing with the same set of statistics that I've been operating under.
That is correct.
I mean, I roll badly.
That is also correct.
No, I'm fine with failing this roll. She's just belligerent.
Commander, please.
This
It's not helping anyone.
I will shove it at him.
All right. Do you want to roll fight?
Cut him with a jagged edge.
I'm just shoving at him hard. I'm not trying. Sorry. 1 second. It's gonna keep beeping at me. All right. I don't want to hurt him. I'm just shoving at him to express my displeasure. So I'm not like trying to move him or anything.
Okay.
Though I can't really see very well where I'm pushing anything, so.
It nonetheless catches him off guard, and he takes a step back. He will take it. I'll get it back to you as soon as I can.
Good. Are we done with this yet?
Yes, they're waiting for you in the briefing room.
I'll signal everyone to come along.
Barry mutters under his breath, well, I guess it's not a metal detector. They didn't care about the horns in my pocket.
This is insulting. When the Shinzu Minzu hear about this, they will not be happy.
Yeah, normally Zombie would have some like snarky thing to say, and she is just miserable and grumbling and just endures. When Hydra has her exchange with the Marines, you get this little look like she's just waiting for things to spark off, just because she's in a really rotten mood still, and just just punching someone sounds really good right now, and just any excuse. But the moment doesn't come, and she just sulks along with everybody else.
The Marines form an honor guard accompanying you
I'm
as
doing air quotes.
you see several groups of technicians heading toward the ships that you have so carefully shepherded home. The briefing room they take you to is not one of the ones that's used by the fighter pilots. It's more of a classroom that's used for training debriefs. So it has the feel of a classroom. Along the front of the room, there is a long table behind which are seated several officers you do not recognize, as well as your squadron commander.
Barry mutters under his breath to the others as they go on. Well, I guess there wasn't enough space in the normal tack room for all of these fancy pants generals.
What was that, Mr. Namazuko?
Nothing, sir.
This doesn't seem like a normal debrief, sir.
No, that's right. We're trying to figure out what the hell happened out there.
I would also like to know that, sir.
I will give a report. Things were going fairly well when a bunch of, were they goblins? Appeared out of nowhere. We were given orders to get the stealth ships back home and scuttle our gators and bring them back.
And it looked, I'll say this without Barry's voice, it looked like the ships that we were aiming to go salvage from the intel that we had received. It looks like some professionals had gotten there before us. Barry doesn't know about the manner of professionals. Other people may know that a bit more. That's player knowledge versus character knowledge. But Barry will make sure that they know that it looked more like a setup. That not only was there everything gone to begin with, but corpses and other things were booby-trapped on the way out.
So, you're insinuating that the operation was compromised?
That is exactly what he just said.
Not only did they get the material that we were gunning for well in advance of us, enough to the point that they could leave and set up booby traps without leaving a trace. But when we had set off some of those traps inadvertently and had realized that the place had been emptied out, it was like the entire bloody Dominion fleet was coming down on us. Almost as if they were coming to harass the people that had done the actual stealing and not just us. We were honestly, we were lucky to get out of there with what we did.
Can you tell me if you noticed anything strange about members of the crew? If anyone aboard the Armstrong exhibited any behaviors that would indicate that they were not acting in the best interests of the Draconis system?
I did not observe anything of that nature, sir.
The Ent-O that I interacted with for my facial modifications was enthusiastic with his job, but also enthusiastic with making sure that the Dracona system stayed sovereign, so to speak.
And what about Commander Mariyama? Did she exhibit any signs of hesitation or any emotions or attitudes that were uncharacteristic?
The Major made sure that we got back here with the technology we needed in order to help the fleet.
There was never any indication that she had any reservations about your mission?
None.
He is going to try to provoke all of you.
Oh no, it's a completely different character that defense provoke. Since it has been a canine's age since I've had to actually do this, what do we defend provoke with?
Discipline?
Ooh, I just upped that with our significant milestone. It still won't help me. -1.
I got a +2.
I'm gonna spend a fate point on that because I know Barry's the space bastard and all, but I don't want Barry to be the reason that we all get court-martialed. Or, sorry, in addition to the current court-martial that we are in, hung from our necks until death. There we go. So that fate point was good in that the -3 that I had rolled before turned into all blanks on the dice, so that's a 2.
Hey, it's higher. I also got a 2.
All right.
I had considered just opting to fail this roll, but I decided, to roll anyway. And don't worry, everybody, I got a 1.
All right. He rolled a 3.
Well, I'm going to tag a aspect.
Okay.
I don't know if martially trained from birth would apply here. I feel like it would.
It would. You hold your nerve. And was there anything during the course of the raid in the actions of the rest of Strange Squadron or in Commander Drexler's conduct of this operation that any of you at all found objectionable?
My metal eyes are boring into him as I very clearly struggle to get control of my anger.
Okay, so this question actually, I think, was asked with all of you separated.
That will make it even more interesting. So since Barry did fail that provoke, what emotion were they trying to provoke out of us, Acer?
They were trying to get you to lose your cool and blow up at them.
Okay. Since Barry only failed it by one, Barry will go like, "What the fuck, man? We just lost how many people and you're trying to point fingers at us already? What the actual fuck? We got the tech for you. We got the stealth jump ships for you at great cost.
It's the cost we're concerned with, mister.
I'm concerned with it also. How did you eggheads and shrinks back here not know that the Dominion forces either had a mole or had intel very much in that area? Because someone knew that we were coming. I have no idea who, but we got fucked out there. Okay? Fuck. Pardon my French. I like saying seal a lot. I hung out with mechanics too much. They were space Quebecois.
I assume that Mai Tai just stares at them.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about Zombie?
I think as we're getting like we get that the montage where the questions asked, we cut across everyone's answers, and we get to Zombie, and she's already on her feet, just yelling at the person, just because she has zero chill. And she's on a tear that Magnet was a pillar of honor, and this whole thing, and she was upstanding soldier, this that other thing, and you motherfuckers, there's 2 operations in a row got completely pooched because we were out there fucking blind, and this whole thing, and she's just tearing into them, and there's no like through thread. She is just beside herself, angry, and the only if she eventually gets around to questioning anything, it is that she wanted to at least try to save the Armstrong. We just fucking bugged out. Could at least take some pot shots at the bombers, bought us some time to get out of the gravity well, but we fucked on off out of there and to save your fucking precious stealth ships and left all those people to die, and yeah, she is scarcely intelligible and clearly on some frayed nerves.
And what about Micah?
How are they asking me the question? Because I assume they're not phrasing it the same.
No. Would you have done anything differently, Commander?
With the same intel we had?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Then no. We did the best we could with what we had. We got the ships back. And if we had better intel, we wouldn't have gone in like we did.
All right. Thank you for your input. The interrogator will stay in each of your sessions we'll be in touch.
Yeah, well, you can be in touch with this input, buddy boy. And Barry flips him the bird. I'm sorry, that's extremely rude. I'm under extreme stress right now. Friends died.
In contrast, we cut a zombie like flipping her chair over and storming out.
Yeah, and my tie is just still staring, and at some point he's like, "Are we done here?"
Yes. You're dismissed.
And he stands up and does a about face and walks out.
Okay.
Micah will do the thing we discussed last time where she goes and sees Callie and cries.
She will hold you and just rock you back and forth.
And also get in touch with that Republic intelligence person.
Okay. So, since you left Draconis Station, things have changed a little. The volunteer group has gotten a little bigger, but it's also been somewhat sidelined by the fact that there are now actual Draconis military units on the station. They're not very good, but they're there.
I'm going to wherever the Shinjumizu contingent is
Yeah.
to deliver the sash, but also to inform them of the fact that the technology on that ship was not Dominion, and it wasn't Draconis. It really was someone that shouldn't have been, and I'm sure they would like to know that.
What is the exact nature of the technology then?
It was wherever Mike was coming from. I can't remember the name.
The Republic.
The Republic, which I saw last time when I was doing some quick repairs on the ships, on the stealth ship.
Well, that's very intriguing.
Yes. Makes me question why the Shinzumizu had to sacrifice so much for this alliance.
Well, this information will be very useful. Thank you.
Yes. I shared it with no one else.
Not even your commander?
I felt like you should have been the first to know.
I honestly love that Barry, at the very least, and possibly Lucette, are completely clueless that any of this subterfuge is going on.
Yeah.
She is an honorable woman. A credit to her uniform. It is possible that she will encounter threats from unexpected quarters. Be on your guard.
Betrayal is the only thing we've found since we came here. I will do so. And I bow. I assume the conversation's over.
Oh, yeah.
I bow and I leave the box that would have had the sash wrapped up in a white sheet, closed there, and turn and walk out. I imagine it's like one of those long hallways, and I had those shoes that make noise as you hear every step. As I,
So, unbeknownst to you, at some point in the near future, that box will be passed from hand to hand until it reaches a junior officer on one of the super freighters. And as the ship is preparing to ignite its main fusion drive, it is ejected into space and then blasted into oblivion.
Is that standard?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, and I definitely will be going to make up for the many weeks of not drinking.
Well, just, you just drink 150 proof whiskey. It's fine. The trick is to consume as much as possible before you black out.
I mean, that really is.
The race.
This aerosol, it make it this vapor.
There you
Then if
go.
I pass out, I can continue to drink.
Listeners, please don't huff alcohol. It's extremely bad for you.
Not in the future.
Please
Have
don't
the technology.
vape
That's how come
overproof rum.
it's fine. I have nano regeneration, so it's fine for me. Not for the kids at home.
Nobody told him that if he turned the nano regeneration off, he'd actually get drunk. So he just keeps drinking more and more and is really upset that it's not working.
So I have to go to extra steps just to get there.
Barry, you're not even able to open the door. When you pause to get your key out, the door opens and you're yanked in, and there is alternating seconds of being shouted at and embraced.
Barry. Once the door's closed, everything starts to catch up to Barry. And he just starts bawling and hugging Val.
So your homecoming ends up being much like Micah's. Except at the end, when she turns your face up towards her, she says, "What the hell happened to your face?" And then we cut to Lucette. Where is Lucette?
We cut to a surprisingly sober Lucette. Shock and awe, I know. She goes back to whatever little small apartment she keeps on the ship. And she's sitting in a barely lit room, probably some wall-mounted screen lighting it. And she is looking at, she's sitting on the side of the edge of her bed, staring at that worn blaster pistol that she was carrying on the one of the freighters. And she just is, you can hear the soft sounds of trying to cry in a dignified fashion and not exactly succeeding. She eventually steels herself, sets the pistol down, and she's going to make a phone call. She's, however, going to try to do some really second-rate hacking to encrypt this call.
All right,
She's
give me
not
a
want it getting, because she's not want it getting tracked back to where it's actually coming from, or at least making an attempt to look discreet.
give me a technology roll.
All right, that is a 3.
All right. Who are you trying to conceal it from? Becomes the operative question.
She's more trying to conceal not the contents of the message so much as the point of origin, so sort of bouncing the signal around.
I
So
just
the
had
recipient, so the recipient does not know where she's calling from.
Okay.
I just had a great horrible thought. In the bouncing, it ends up being sent from Magnet's quarters.
Oh, she's trying to bounce it well off the station. She's
Oh, okay.
So there are a couple of satellites in orbit that you can easily snag, and then there's a mining colony that's several astronomical units away, and then you can hit one of the comm drones. Who are you calling?
she is calling Ronnie.
All right. So the final destination will be a comm drone. And you get the pre-recorded message that says that your message will be recorded and transmitted at the next jump cycle. Are you prepared to accept the charges of exorbitantly high?
Yeah,
Beep.
gotta make this quick. Hey, Ronnie, just thought I'd let you know I was still alive. Don't know if you heard, last job didn't go great. I was hoping, though, you could help me out with something, to get me back on my feet a little. I'm trying to look up an old girlfriend. Maybe you could, put your ear to the ground and maybe find something for me. An old merc named Lita Klein. And we will aside for the audience, that is Lucette's nemesis, who tried to murder them on the mining planet.
Yeah, I remember. I was with you.
I was trying not to die.
Just let me know if you hear anything, or if you ever just want to chat, or stay safe out there. Boop.
The display shows you the minimum possible time until you get a response. It's approximately 4.5 days.
She'll sort of nod sardonically, like, yeah, that's sure. She assumed it would be a bit anyway. It's not like she's calling planet side, trying to hit, trying to get two bullets to hit each other. It's gonna take a bit. And then the drinking starts.
You got 4 days to kill.
Got more than that to kill.
Okay. So,
Acer,
yeah,
I sent you a secret message in Twitter and Zoom.
I responded in Zoom.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is
He
gonna
didn't
go well.
do that, Easter. Don't look.
He already responded. I think it's too late.
I'm hoping if I tell him not to look, he'll retroactively not look.
That sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, Mai Tai will probably spend, when he's not training, he'll be spending most of his time writing in his room letters that he's again like rolls up, cans to Shinzu Mizu courier, and pretty much goes back to working out. And literally what he does for the next few days.
All right. Eventually, you all receive a summons by Admiral Harris, the commander of the Draconis Volunteer Group. She has you come into her office. It is significantly different than the last time you were here. Last time you were here, of course, Magnet was with you.
Have I gotten my piece of the ship back yet?
It is sitting on the desk.
Do I know it's sitting there? Is it recognizable enough?
It probably actually isn't, but she will clear her throat and say, Commander Drexler,
Yes.
I have something here for you. This was taken from you when you first boarded the station. Please accept it with my condolences and my utmost apologies.
Just sort of nod and take it.
If you could all have a seat. We have a situation. The political conditions on Draconis are becoming somewhat suboptimal. The government is facing increasing pressure to reach out to the Dominion and reach some sort of understanding.
It'd been nice if you were going to do that. You did it, a couple weeks ago. Stop wasting everyone's time and lives.
That's not really my place, nor yours, Commander. We do what we are paid to do. And ultimately, we have to remember that that is what we are. We are mercenaries. So long as we are on this station, we answer to our paymasters, and that's all. You knew what this job entailed when you took it.
Stiffly nod.
What I'm sure you weren't expecting was to be so thoroughly stabbed in the back.
Did they find out who leaked the information?
No, it's worse than that. The Draconis government is citing some Admiralty statute that they've dug up from Republic and Dominion common law, or Republic and Dominion legal history, that says that essentially your ship was acting without sanction, and therefore they are attempting to disavow the actions of Commander Mariama and all of the men and women aboard the Armstrong.
I see.
If Barry's holding a pen or a pencil for taking jot notes, there's a sudden crack in the silence that follows as it snaps in half.
You just broke your 100-credit Apple Pencil.
Yep.
Lucette this whole time looks like crap. Like she's probably not been sleeping great. And she's sort of just slumped into a chair or something and just been staring blankly. And at this, she just rouses slightly and says, "That was kind of the point, though, wasn't it? We were out there as a deniable operation."
Yes. But given the unmitigated disaster that it became, they are jumping into this with both feet and putting everything on Mariama. But of course, you can't prosecute a ghost, which means that in 2 days, a special prosecutor will be convening a board of inquiry into Commander Drexler's actions.
Perfect. That's just great.
Ichi.
As the senior surviving officer, she is receiving the lion's share of attention. No one is mentioning the fact that you brought home 2 intact examples of the new stealth attack ship design.
I imagine we're not going to be able to mention that in this tribunal either.
Yes. In fact, the official record is rather silent on how you actually made it back to Draconis Station.
Just say we walked, I guess.
It makes a...
Maybe I'm actually an Esper and I teleported us all here with the Tooth Fairy. Barry starts snapping his pencil into smaller and smaller bits.
You're all here, right? Or is it?
Yeah, it's everybody.
Okay, just making sure before I button. Micah is honorable. Why would she be blamed for this fiasco? It makes no sense that you're still fighting a war.
The powers that be believe that if we are able to identify a scapegoat and give her up to the Dominion, then the conflict, such as it is, will be restricted to the peripheries of the system. Since the initial Dominion push, their efforts have been restricted to commerce raiding and the occasional fast raid on the resource extraction operations.
Oh, good. That means that our leadership are a bunch of cowardly assholes. Fuck. Pardon my French, Commander.
Have you already forgotten the losses you've taken?
Was that to Barry or to them?
To them.
And that's when you discover that the Admiral can stare people down just like you can. Where were you stationed during the war, pilot?
Which I'm sorry, which war are we talking about?
The Galactic War.
What does Shinzu Mizu have even taken part in that?
No.
I was serving my clan.
I don't give a fuck about your clan. I commanded 6 fucking squadrons, sent them out every fucking day.
I do not care what you did in the past. We are here trying to help Draconis, and we lost people here and in this alliance. If you want to cower after your losses, that is your choice. But discarding your best assets seems foolish.
We're not discarding assets. We're spending them. You're all entitled to counsel. That's all I can do. Don't do anything stupid.
So, just to be clear, what kind of Barry motions his hand around in a circle? Severance package are we looking at if we do get sent to the Dominion? Arm, leg, neck?
That has yet to be determined. Overtures are being made.
Well, I guess if it all comes down to it, you're the one that's going to have to live with this, not us, so fuck it. And Barry walks out.
You're dismissed.
You need to speak to Micah privately.
I will nod. Will my apartment work for you? Or do you want somewhere else to speak? Oh, I think you're muted, Sean.
Am I?
Oh, now I can hear
You're
you.
not now.
Oh, maybe I'm just not talking loud enough. I will follow you to your apartment then.
All right.
I will take my hand scanner out and scan the room because I no longer have any faith in this mission.
Technology. Oh, Kelly comes out of your bedroom, starts, and goes, "Oh, Mr. Mahai, it's nice to see you. Would you like
I-
something to drink?"
I bow, Callie. No, thank you.
Actually, I was wondering if you could go pick us up something for lunch.
Sure. She heads out.
All right, so with the hand scanner, I get to maximize one die, which conveniently I rolled a negative, so that gives me a +4.
There's a bug. There's a bug. There's a bug. There's a bug. It takes a while.
You know, when I see the first one, I give I give Mike I just start talking about something inane that I don't normally talk about.
How about them jets?
Right? How about them jets? And just and one by one disable all the bugs. There's something
So-
you need. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go on.
Once I've finished it, I say there's something you need to know. The shuttles, the stealth technology we brought, it had Republic technology in it.
Shit.
I suspect that's why it's not in the report.
I will get up and like open the junk drawer and take out that shell. I figure no one's gonna think it's weird that I have a shell that has Republic markings on it, unless I'm like hiding it like it's something special. And I will spin it across the table to you.
I look at it.
I found this aboard
Does this
the
all-
ship.
Does this also look like Republic technology?
Yes, it says Republic Armaments Corporation on it.
Yeah, right. And that's why, yeah, I spin it and point at where the label is.
Yeah. So the Republic's involved somehow.
Yes.
I'm trying to reach out to a contact, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get a hold of them before this farce of a trial.
Yes, it's possible that they are trying to profit on both sides of this battle, this war. I just want you to know that Shinzu Mizu will support you in this. You are an honorable woman.
And
Wow, I've never heard her called that. Micah, well, actually, both of you are probably terribly tempted to pull weapons as someone is now standing in the doorway. But
do
Micah-
I recognize the voice?
Yes, Micah, it is your friend, Marina Decker.
Yeah, I would stand up as if I'm preparing to defend myself.
Decker, you know you're supposed to knock when you visit people.
It's so much more fun to see how quickly you can react to sudden stimuli. Plus, it makes sure that my own reflexes stay razor sharp. Micah, you know that Marina is rather sedentary and does not have anything remotely resembling razor sharp reflexes.
You just like to pretend like you have great reflexes because you're sneaking up on a blind woman.
Oh, that's not right. I would never do that. She does it a lot.
She literally just did.
Right. She's done it 100% of the time.
Might I'd like you to meet someone from a past life, Marina Decker.
I nod.
You seriously would not believe how many kills this woman has. I mean, like she's murdered a lot of people.
It's not murder if it's war.
You keep telling yourself that, honey. Well, I think we have a situation here. And I'm thinking I need some special talent.
Does it involve a lawyer for my trial?
You want to go to prison?
I figure if I have a good lawyer, I might get out of it.
I don't think so. You know what they say about the deck being stacked against you? Well, they just went ahead and took out any cards that could be helping you and shredded them in front of you.
So I'm getting a third-year law student. A third-year law student. That still works as a joke.
If you're lucky, probably first year. But there is that little technicality that Draconis is an independent system and is therefore not governed by the rules of the Republic. And its extradition may not stretch to the Republic. Get my drift?
You want me to run away?
Oh, I wouldn't put it quite like that. You're tactically repositioning.
I'm fine with running away.
Oh,
I'm
great.
just pretty sure they're not going to let me walk off the station.
Yeah, about that. There's going to be a bit of a power outage in about 90 minutes or so. Nothing dangerous, mind you. The ships in the slips will still be able to launch because, the fighters on the catapults still need to launch. But I have it on good authority that everyone assigned to Combat Space Patrol and the Ready 5 crews are all friends of yours.
You want to explain to me why I found a bunch of Republic tech where we were investigating?
That's why I need the talent. There's something big going on out there. I don't like it. If anybody is going to be getting up to some mischief out on the border, it's going to be me. What do you say there? How? You want to kill some Dominion pieces of shit?
I think you're too far
To-
from the mic again.
Want to know? I will.
I like you.
The
Anybody
feeling
else
is
on this
not mutual.
She doesn't care. Anybody else on this rust bucket you trust?
Well, Callie. You're going to get Callie off, right?
She smirks at you.
Not like that. You stay away from her.
We've got plenty of room. What about those other two pilots you made it out with?
They might be willing to come with us, but I think it'd be better if you weren't around to find out. When I talk to them, at least.
Slip 27 Bravo, she says, tossing you a key card.
I'll see you there.
Mai Tai, she looks at you and says, I'd give you one too, just in case something happened to her, but if she doesn't make it, I don't much care about you.
I'm fine with that.
You want to go away now? We were having a touching moment.
Nah, I was just leaving.
Does she actually go?
Yes. As she goes, Callie is coming in. She, without actually even saying anything, she just leans in, gives her a peck on the cheek, and leaves.
I said stay away from her. Is this okay with you? Sorry, John. I think it's not picking you up still.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you was me or Callie.
With you. With you, Mai Tai.
Okay. She does not seem to be a person with honor. Are you certain we can trust her?
I'm certain we can trust her to get us off the station, which I'm also certain isn't as much of an issue for you. The Shinzumizu are going to protect you.
Yes, but she clearly is after something. She may be doing the same thing that the Republic is attempting to do to you if she fails to get what she's after.
I could always use an honorable man to watch my back.
I will be there. I will not let the Republic, I sneer, ruin your reputation.
This
Thanks.
time she uses the doorbell.
Callie, can you get that?
There is a whispered conversation, and then the door closes, and she comes back and says, "She said that smells really good, and 4 hours? What does that mean?"
Do you want to go pack Mai Tai and I'll maybe talk to Catfish or Zombie and I'll talk to the other one?
Of course, I nod to you and to Callie and take my leave.
So, Callie, about moving out here. You might have been right.
She smiles a little nervously. I think we'll cut there. So, Mai Tai, who were you going to try to convince to leave?
The first person I'd go to is Catfish.
All right. What are you doing, Catfish?
I mean, for expediency's sake, I'd like to say that Catfish is probably getting piss-ass drunk with Lucette.
Val is there too.
Yep, sounds about right.
She's the designated walker.
She can pick both of you up, so it works out real well.
She's the designated bulwark that we can both lean against when we're too drunk to walk.
Lucette is like not fun company still. Like she is still sad drunk, and it is just getting worse. Like her sour demeanor is just getting more pathetic as she drinks more. She's really bringing the room down.
Yeah,
This is the inverse of like the first drinking scene with the Jello shots. This is. Or it was the body shots, that's what it was. This is the inverse, where she's just really bringing the whole room down.
I just look at Lisette, open my mouth like I'm about to say something, and then turn to Catfish and say, "We need to speak."
Okay, and Barry will turn to Val and say, keep an eye on her. Like, she shouldn't be left alone right now. We all took some emotional punches and got kicked in the feelings a lot lately. So, yeah, love you. Back soon. And he pecks her on the cheek.
Yeah, like out of character, I have no intention of talking to Lisette after seeing her drunk like that. So that's why I'm talking to Catfish in the hopes that he will.
Yeah, like... I know that's why Barry's like being pulled away by Mahao.
Over Barry's shoulder, you do see Lucette sort of slump toward a very full glass, and Val's hand just shoot out and grab her by her shirt collar and prevent her from just like almost drowning herself in booze, literally.
That sounds legit.
You shouldn't serve it in a dog bowl.
It's a novelty thing. That's what it's the bar's shtick.
That's
You
what
order the dog
shot.
bowl.
They were really big into old Canadian sketch comedy, and they served a bowl of gin.
Yeah, I mean, that's the quadruple shot. So I will.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Now I feel like every place is going to be bugged. So I'm just going to go through the motions of going somewhere where I think that there wouldn't be bugged.
All right.
Scanning it real quick.
Well, it is a bar, so it's very loud.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That's right. I didn't think about that. I was imagining that there was like a bartender and the three of them drinking enough for an entire bar. But yeah.
Oh no, it's a pilot's bar. There is a lot of drinking going on.
Okay.
They're playing that carrier landing game in the corner.
Yeah. So I'd like probably lead him to near like a speaker where there's a lot of noise and explain the situation to him. Up to and including the absconding with Micah.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna be honest here. Micah's bringing her +1, right? Sounds like?
Yes.
Okay, I want Val to come with also.
It is my understanding that there will be room enough.
Okay, good. Because if we cut and run, and like our significant others are left behind, I wouldn't put it past these fuckers to string them out to dry to hang for our quote unquote misdeeds or whatever the hell.
Yes, I suspect that if they don't have a proper scapegoat in Micah, they will just go down the line until they find her.
And to be absolutely honest, if this entire thing shook out that we didn't end up in jail or whatever, I'd probably try to find out a way to get booted out anyway and get the hell out of this place. Because if this is how they treat people, like, fuck them. I know I'm not Shinzu Minzu material, but I mean, probably need a janitor or something, right?
We can discuss that when we reach that bridge.
Okay, Plan J.
That bridge is very on fire and far away.
Hey, somebody needs to drive the garbage truck.
But will he drive it with honor?
It's just slightly too far. Too far.
Hey, Barry can parallel park that garbage truck perfectly.
But with honor.
Yes.
So
Parallel parking is the most honorable car position. Or something.
So
Zombie, how aware of the world around you are you exactly?
Probably not very. It's not entirely from drinking, more just wrapped up in her own thoughts. She's very, very, very folded in at the moment, and probably doing the head desk, the arms over her head on the table thing.
I think maybe we should just carry her, Val says.
Yeah, Hey, Sat. Hey, Sat, want a piggyback ride? Want a piggyback ride?
Oh, I don't want a piggyback ride.
You want Val to give you a piggyback ride? Barry looks hastily over at Val, confirming that this would be okay.
Come on.
Harry, do you think we should have just stayed behind?
No. To be absolutely honest, no. Because us staying behind wouldn't help anyone. I'm imagining that they're walking at this point, and Barry is walking with
Yeah.
possibly between Val and Mahai.
I'm glad you said that because I was gonna be completely unhelpful if we weren't walking.
As
So this eliminates that.
as you walk out of the room, any attempt to watch what you are doing is impeded by the fact that two rival groups of fighter pilots have each elected a champion that they have hoisted onto bar stools and carried on their shoulders like horses in a joust.
Oh my god. That doesn't seem safe.
A lot of the things happening in this bar are far from safe.
Like
And-
dog bowls.
And then, for some reason, Highway to the Danger Zone starts playing. And then there is a tremendous crash, a cry of pain, and then the jukebox stops.
Can there be at least
Is
one?
involved. Kenny Loggins is involved in all bad ideas.
Can there
So
be
the
at least
first-
one slow motion high five?
Yes.
Okay.
That probably happened after the crash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's the winning team. They won.
Yes.
That's how you win.
Oh, and of course there were pool cue lances.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Please say that when the jukebox stopped working, it did like the wax record squeal, even though there's no possible reason why it should have done that.
Yes, absolutely, of course. It's a relic, you know. It's an antique.
It just has an MP3 of that record scratch sound that it plays when it breaks.
Yeah.
It's the error alert.
Yeah.
there's a gyroscope and an accelerometer in it that if it gets tilted too much, it just makes that noise.
Yeah, you
and
just get the record.
automatically stops.
You just get the record scratch and a bunch of non-functional vinyl records get shot out the front.
It also has creepy clown mode, where it turns the song into something.
Oh no.
So it sounds super creepy.
Well, yeah, for the the security system, it just has like the Calliope music.
It's the reason that makes everyone go like, oh, we have to make sure we never do this again.
I've got a personal story related to that, but I will not derail us more with that right now.
Thank you. So, in Slip 27 Bravo, you find waiting for you a high-speed courier ship.
How much later is it?
4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
Yep. You had to pack.
Has anyone explained to Lucette what's happening?
Barry and Val would have helped Lucette pack.
I mean, I assume we probably explained to the set multiple times, and at some point,
Most of it sunk in at one point or another.
She's mostly just got like we're going, and she's like, oh, all right, yeah, stuff in bag, bug out, yep. And the finer details are in a fog.
Out of all of us, Lusette's the only one with an actual go bag.
I mean, that's all her possessions. So it's all Jones.
They're just always in a bag by the door.
Like she's never really unpacked. It's just like her clothes are always wrinkly because they just live in the bag, and she's
Saves
This
time.
This is not the first time that a fully shit-faced Lucette has had to grab her go bag and flee a space station.
yeah. I also imagine, like, by the third time we're explaining to Lisette what's going on, Barry just starts making up wilder and wilder and more outlandish explanations on why we have to leave. And Lisette responds to all of them exactly the same.
Yeah, and halfway through the second one, he starts attaching different horn attachments just to see if Lusette's noticing, like, okay, let's see if she reacts to the ram horns. Nope. Okay, I spent a lot of money on these antelope horns, but let's see. Oh, no.
Which set does she react like super violently to?
Sablebuck. No.
It's like, we have to return to ancient Eden, and it's like, blink, blink.
Lisette, you have to join us in Narnia.
We have to keep the world tree from being destroyed.
Lisette, Yggdrasil needs your help.
You don't want to bring me.
No, you're the one that will save us all.
Only you can wield the Infinity Stones.
Lisette, we discovered the secret of mana.
Oh, goodness.
Lisette, we've discovered the legend of... Oh shit, what was the other aunt's name on Sabrina the Teenage Witch? There's Zelda and the other one. Helga.
Can't remember.
Let's go with
Yeah.
Helga.
That joke had noble intentions, but
Yep. Yeah,
But-
it skidded out.
Yeah.
Just picture me doing that with Barry's voice. Because that's exactly how it would go with Barry.
Val, what's her name?
Val, what's the other aunt in Sabrina?
how am I supposed to know that?
I'm no good at saving things. It's not the thing in my boathouse.
Oh, Hilda. I was close. Val, it was Hilda.
She takes your
Zel-
phone away.
Zelda and Hilda. And it was Sabrina. So witches really like names that end with A. Wow.
And then Punky Brewster showed up, and it got weird.
Yeah, how did they get that cat to talk anyway?
They the crew of the courier ship just take your stuff and help you strap in.
They're not reconsidering.
No.
I would like to state for the record that Barry at this point is stone sober. He's just gotten so used to talking to Lucette and like matching Lucette's tone unintentionally that he's just acting like that.
Oh, so you're like mirroring?
Yep.
So there are two pilots, and they go up to the flight deck. Marina is sitting with you in the passenger compartment. She has a very large man with her. He does not say anything. She says, "This is Bob."
Hey, Bob.
Bob nods at you.
Ooh, actually, just in case, Acer, because paranoia is rearing its head, would I need to roll anything to see if I recognize Bob from sundry and salacious pasts?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, what you need to be worried about is Acer specifically pointed out two pilots.
So
That's clearly important.
the ship undocks and accelerates away. If you look out the port, you will notice that a bunch of the station's exterior lights are off.
Oh. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
Where are we headed?
Well, this ship has to finish its appointed rounds, which means that we are going to take a hop through a couple of Republic systems before we catch a ride back out this way. I want to go back to Callisto. But
And
maybe not so dramatically as you folks visited it.
Well, I assume you're looking to get something since you need our skill set.
Yes. You four have proven a remarkable ability to avoid death. You're also pretty good at flying fighters, which I think might come in handy. What do you
Alright.
say?
What
I'll continue glowering at her.
what exactly are we going back to Callisto for?
Somebody took those gators off that transport you boarded. I want to figure out who.
The Republic did.
I need a little more detail than that.
Fortunately, it won't count unless we can find proof. I'm sure
It-
this will be.
Not to be like super paranoid or anything, but how well have you scouted the area around there lately? Because, I mean, last time we were there, like you say, shit went bad. Oh,
Actually-
also, I guess we should confirm. Are we nearby Callie and Fowl right now?
No,
Are so they're not in earshot? Okay,
no.
okay. Just wanted to make sure.
They were unskilled before. I doubt much has changed. We'll go here and do whatever task and then continue from there.
Look, I know I'm not exactly instilling you with the most confidence in my trustworthiness, but you're on the side of the angels.
I roll my eyes.
Wait,
I
isn't
roll
isn't
my
that
eyes on the
insane?
inside.
You used to say that we're already dead?
That would be telling.
Oh. Oh, Anakin Skywalker, this is purgatory, isn't it?
Where
This
are
ship
we
doesn't have.
going?
What's that?
It's like we're on the side of angels, but we're going where angels fear to tread.
And we shall end there. So that has been Gold Wings Black Skies. Around the table, we've had Mike,
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and I was playing Barry Namazuko, who is becoming more and more less smarmy, still former space bastard. Devil's Luck continues to catch up with him. You can find me on Twitter at Tokan. That's Tokkan.
John,
Hi, I'm John. I was playing Mahao Mahai, a skilled pilot that fights for his family's honor. You can find me on Twitter at SLEYPY.
Rob,
Hi, I'm Rob. I was playing the comically morose Lucette Forrester. You can find me on Twitter at Boudet.
and Megan.
Hey everyone, this is Megan. I was playing the martyr Micah Drexler. You can find me on Twitter at Curium247.
This is Acer. You can find me on Twitter at Acer_Tolentino. Oh, wait, before I forget. Lucette, as the ship is about to jump, you get a message. It's a text message. It's 3 words. Where and when.
She stares at it in confusion because she does not have enough brain cells to sort more intrigue at the moment.
And with that, we close. Thank you very much for listening. We hope you enjoyed. Until next time, this is TRF signing off.
Goodbye.
Bye.